Click like and subscribe so we can, you know what I'm saying, afford to continue our podcast.
You go ahead.
Oh, I want to say, man, I'll get my headphones set up.
I can't believe that's crazy. I think it's an attack. I don't know how much I believe in any of this at this point. The powers that be, it's like they're trying to take down something. It's like they're taking down.
The blacks
Yes,
that got too far out of hand.
yes, the blacks that got to a certain point, and they I guess they started saying like the fuck yous. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got our own shit now. We can do this, but they're still not understanding
Come
that
on.
the
They're opening
structure of
up
the
their
entire
own
country.
game. Next,
Yeah,
it's probably going to be 50 Cent next.
I know, right?
50 Cent, Ice Cube, any of the ones, Snoop Dogg, you see what I'm saying?
And then it's like, now what do we have left? Nothing, But that's why I'm just like, we got to move. We got to move.
They're trying to say it's something with Nipsey, too.
Really?
I was overhearing it like just like a little bit of a interview, but I think he was interviewing Brick Baby, and something with Whack 100 saying he was gay. I think that was the gist of what I was getting. Vlad was like being the police, like saying that he didn't want to say nothing else about it, but like hinting at exactly to what it was, But
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm trying to tell you, this is not just a random thing. Like, I think one pod we had, it sounded like I was standing up for P. Diddy, but I really wasn't. Like, I'm not saying that he's not a piece of shit. I'm just saying that y'all had this information since 2000.
Right.
Why now? We're in 2024.
Right.
It's something like coming up. It's like they are trying to do something or create something, and they're not using certain people to do it. They said all this started when P. Diddy
Or
sued whatever the company that owns basically everything, like Louis Vuitton, Hennessy. He thought he could sue them people. He won this lawsuit, but I bet he wishes he never even won that lawsuit.
come on. Wishes he never went and tried it with them people.
I don't want to say their name because
That's exactly what it seems like, something like that type shit. Because y'all didn't just find out that those parties was going on. Those parties slick probably been over. Like the parties was going on for years and years and years. They was partying like that back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s, back in the late 2000s, the 2010s. 2010s are over and gone. The 2020s are almost gone. Damn near. We're halfway through the 2020s. This ain't no that's a 30-year run. You know what I'm saying? At
yeah.
any point in that 30-year run, anybody, like the fact that it's so many allegations and the fact that that run went on for so long means that at any point during that run, you could have and should have ended that run. But for
If
years,
you
people
cared
have
about
been
if you cared about the people that were being affected, so called, if you cared about those people, why are you waiting this late to do it?
right.
Um,
I was just briefly reading what Silu had posted, like the Rock Nation response, and it was like, if this is the case, why would you why would they be asking for money? So they came to him asking him for him to settle. Like, why would you be asking for money if that's what actually took place? It should be criminal charges that you're pressing, right?
exactly. You're not even. That's a second thought. That is such a second thought to think about money first. If something real wrong has happened, that's why I'm like that whole Cassie thing. Like, I get he's a piece
So
of
what
shit.
for the past for all these years you just been letting your investment grow? Like he wasn't worth enough when he did it, so you just let him get away with it. Then now that he's worth something, you going type shit. What?
It just really changes the dynamic of like everything that's happening. Like, think about it. Jay-Z has this Christmas halftime with Beyonce where she's performing in halftime, and then it's like he's like the in charge of entertainment for NFL. So it's just like a lot of things can happen based off of that domino falling. Like I get P Diddy, he's kind of almost removed from like what's happening right now in music, but Jay-Z, I feel like he has his hand in a lot of shit. So I'm interested to see what happens if he can get from it. But I feel like it's impossible. Public opinion would never let you get from under this.
Mm, with him, I think they'll get out. They'll get it because don't. I'm pretty sure you have to sign a non-disclosure to party with Beyonce and party with them. So that's one. They got enough people on those non-disclosure agreements to where they can't. You know what I'm saying? Come public and make. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that would have to be settled outside of the public. You see what I mean? They have full control over that. And then two, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I think with P Diddy being an individual, I think maybe he just kind of got out. It got out of hand. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with because it's P Diddy beating on multiple different women and shit. Like I think by Jay Z having Beyonce, the same public opinion, like you'll have to tear her down too. And I don't see that happen. You see what I mean? Um, I don't see I don't see enough evidence coming out. Or I mean, if the evidence might be there to where it's like, hey, this guy's a terrible guy, but I just don't see that as like, I don't know. Kind of how like John Legend and the Asian woman, you know what I mean? Like their name's been in the that kind of stuff longer than P Diddy has been a part of that conversation. Before R. Kelly was in jail, people was talking about John Legend and the Asian lady that he's with. But
Chrissy Teigen.
yeah, but they not gonna do no time because it's like I don't know. You just kind of it's just not the same as like tearing one person down. You know what I'm saying? By having
Exactly.
that partnership there.
Yeah. I'm just like I guess we talked about it earlier, but I'm just thinking like, why are they targeting us for per se? Because if you think about it, this isn't that basically I guess Ye did it to himself, but I believe it's a similar group that's doing this.
Yeah, Kanye did it to himself, but then again, like he probably like
You can't have an
is
opinion no more.
saying exactly, but he's also saying the opinion of everybody, not everybody else, but I'm sure like some of these opinions that he's formed through what he's seen
And
and
experience.
experienced, and his peers, Jay Z, P Diddy, people around that, you know what I mean? Rick Ross, people in that same kind of like
Is this Drake?
relevancy as
Did
far
Drake
as
do
the
this?
music goes. Drake may have did it. You see what I'm saying? Like that would make sense because it's his peers are gonna experience that same. So Kanye is easy. Kanye, everything that he goes through, everything that he faces, it's easy to say that he called that on himself. They don't even have to do nothing. He's gonna cancel himself. He's gonna knock himself out of the public opinion. He's gonna make it to where they're not we're not taking him serious because he said something crazy. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's been should have happened, or not should have happened, but like I expected it to happen because of all of like the title stuff and like separating from, you know what I mean, the mainstream with rap that Jay Z and them were doing. Like even as far as like um the the what you call it as far as like the champagne and stuff like that goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one was his, if it was like Ace of Spades or if it's just Cristal, one of the two. But it's like that's a big separation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but listen, he when he created it, that was like he was basically taking it. It's the equivalent of taking a rapper deal to make an album. their deal to make a beer. You know what I'm saying? To make a beverage,
Mm-hmm.
to make an alcohol. So like he really just did what he did with music. It's not like
But
he
the
stood
same
them
way
up
he
or
did
nothing. You
what
know
he
what I'm
did,
saying? I think he
right? But the same way he did what he did with music, and doesn't he own like at least his newer stuff he owns outright, right?
who knows, he might he always says publicly that he made like the statement about ownership, like what's
Mm-hmm.
he rather own 1% of $1 billion $1 trillion company than be 100% owner of a $1 million company is what he like. That's kind of like his whole thing. So I don't know. He might be smart enough to outsource some of his percentage of his own music. If people can push it for you better, it's like if you have the keys to something but you don't know how to use them, like you know what I'm saying, a stick shift car, you got keys to it, but if you don't know how to drive it, you might as well
Fair
let
enough.
somebody else that know how to drive it for you.
Fair enough. But I think the issue is that he understands his value. You know what I mean? And he has worked really hard at increasing his value and controlling that in a way that other people may not do as much. You know what I mean? He's not. You wouldn't think of him as like an independent artist, but you also are going to think of him as like a major label artist who's like dropping to stay on the radio or whoever makes music to for the radio. Not that his music doesn't automatically get radio spins. It's just like I can't. I don't know. He doesn't seem owned. You know what I mean? Even Lil Wayne's a great example. I feel like his music outside of like the first mixtapes and leading up to like, I mean, the Carter 1, 2, and 3, even still a little bit forced. That's true of you. But like going on beyond the Carter 3, I feel like at least Lil Wayne kind of had turned into like an artist that was like putting music out for his deal. You know what I mean? Um, or just putting music out because the label needed him to put music out, and not so much because he just wanted to put music out. You know, Jay-Z is more like he's
If
gonna
you
come
got
back.
Drake, if you got Drake, Lil Wayne, I guess Tiger, all these other people signed,
Come
it's
on.
probably more difficult to run to the studio to rap. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? It's like Jay-Z has
So you
Kanye.
have
Well,
to
he used to
have
have
a
Kanye, Rihanna, J. Cole.
mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
just the ones that
So
I
when he
could think
puts
of
it
off the
out,
top.
when he works with them or when he puts something out with them, it can be on his time and however it is. Being on a label, Lil Wayne has to do certain things. Other people's careers are depending on Lil Wayne's performance. You know what I'm saying? Tiger's career. What's the other guy? He had the kids that they signed, Lil Twist
Yep.
and Lil Chucky.
Yeah, I
They
don't think they weren't really as a success
they weren't
compared
as
to.
successful, but also Wayne wasn't as successful. They were mad successful when Wayne was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? We knew who they were, their names. We believed that they had something else coming out. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
was what was next. Like
Wayne did a
we
he did a
had
in my opinion he did a perfect job. You know what I'm saying? Giving Drake the
running
cosign
like
and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? Like they
right.
took the baton and created their own thing with it.
Wasn't it more to Young Money though? I feel like it was somebody else in Young Money that was really
Bro,
doing
he signed everybody. He signed Bow Wow.
it.
Um, he literally signed Bow Wow. He signed Mac Main. What's dude name? Uh, I think Currency was with them at one
Currency was
point. He was
with
with. He was with. He might
Currency
have
was one
been
of the
with.
first niggas signing Young Money.
Yeah, a little
it.
twist.
Yeah,
Little
Twist.
twist. That's what I'm saying. He was handing off but that was all on the strength of Wayne. And then it kind of seemed like off of that, it kind of fell off. Like Currency went, he signed. It was Young Money on the strength of what I felt like was the strength of Wayne. And then he took his strength elsewhere because it just wasn't. That
Did
was
he
it.
go?
You can't
Did
have
he
a
go
team with
independent?
just a star. I think he went independent. I'm pretty sure he's independent.
Yeah. That's
Who
what I'm
Hey,
saying.
independent?
remember he was the first one that put out he put out that the NFT album back in like 2020,
Yeah. So
2021.
if you Wayne, I mean, I think he's still rapping, but I get why. I guess he got to share whatever his marketing is with the rest of his people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's like,
You gotta
I don't
share your
know, like,
marketing budget. You gotta share your production
so
budget. You
why are
gotta
you
share
running
everything.
to do it? You know, like, but that's what I'm saying. Drake created his own lane. Nicki created her own lane. So it's like
Hmm.
he solidified. You know what I'm saying? I think him rapping would basically slow them down at that point. Maybe. I don't know.
And that's why they split off and they're doing their own things. And no longer is Nicki still Young Money?
That's a good question. I
That
have
is
no
a good
idea.
ass question. That's a
Is
good
Drake
ass
still Young
question.
Money?
Now
Is
Drake
Drake
getting versatile.
associated with
I don't think
Simone? I
I
don't
don't
think
think
Nicki's
nobody
Young Money.
really I don't think nobody really Young Money. I think she
Young Money was kind of
so like
like good music.
It's just crazy how they
it
all,
was.
how it, over time, how all of them like come to stop being existing. It's
What
crazy.
I think though is I think Wayne and maybe still might get a piece of all of them.
Right.
Like I don't think they signed the Young Money, but I think they might maybe not Drake no more, maybe not Nicki anymore either. But at certain point they weren't Young Money, but they probably was getting royalties
Off of the
5%.
name.
You know what I mean? Just because
Off of the names alone.
The real
Nicki
genius is
Minaj.
Birdman. Niggas want to.
Yeah.
I get it. It's funny to make fun of Birdman, but boy, you see what I'm saying? Just taking a chance on
Yeah.
Wayne created. You know what I'm saying? Created spiraled into this. Like, wow. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
Birdman really is one of the like what is the word I'm looking for? Just like a connoisseur of the sound before it goes crazy. Because to be a part of so many different artists, I'm talking about even Thug, like people were not
Rich
off
Homie
of
and Thug.
Thug. People, but what I'm saying before that, Thug was like you had that was like a niche taste in music. Thug was not everybody's cup of tea until he kind of went over to what was that Rich Gang until Rich Gang and Rich Gang kind of like I don't know what Birdman does, but he puts them in their zone. Like Thug went from dirty Thug from the block to
Mm.
the Prince of the Trap nationwide, like straight from Rich Gang. He was grimy before Rich Gang. He was so grimy. Like his aesthetic, the music he made, everything about him, he was just grimy. He was Young Thug. But then after Rich Gang and going into like his career after that, something happened. He just came out so much cleaner.
You still cooking, bro. Cause like
I
Free
don't
Rich
know
Gang,
what.
like Rich Squad, like
Come
Thug.
on, those songs. I'll still go back and listen to them. Like he hit a lane. That song he did, that tape he did, Black Portland with Bloody J. He was tapping into the Thug We'll See Later. I was playing Black Portland crazy, and people to this day who will play Thug and who ask me, "Have I heard the new Thug? Did I listen to the new Thug?" Or say this Thug song is their favorite Thug song. These same people was clowning me like I was playing, Miles for playing back Black Portland at that time. Like Black Portland was, Miles at that time. Not that there's any comparison there.
Now he may be a visionary, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Come on, could be a visionary, but Thug was definitely a visionary. When I heard Florida Water, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, my journey, Florida Water. That shit was crazy. Like people didn't like it though. They were like, "What is this? This sounds
Think about it
terrible."
though. It's like basketball. Like if you take 10 shots, and they probably took 40 shots. Who knows how many artists they actually really signed, but Bro, if you take 40 shots, man, you gonna hit three of them. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hit three. That's
But
anybody.
true, true. If you because Birdman definitely was signing everybody, everybody that gave him a reason to sign him. He was working with. It just so happened that
Just really having that
certain
position
ones,
where, you know what I'm saying, your stamp. That's something like Jay-Z. That's literally a perfect parallel. You got um, Wayne and Birdman, Ye and Jay-Z, just like their relationships literally seem like they went the same. You know, like everybody want to be independent. But yeah.
yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's kind of the same as like a rock band or I mean like anything. Like you're gonna have you can't have two stars of the show. Like you can, but they have to agree to share the spotlight. And it has to work better for both of them to be sharing the spotlight. Otherwise, they're gonna bump heads. You're not gonna ever have two stars of the show. Birdman and Wayne could never both be on the same level. Wayne always has to be
Who had the better
son.
roster, Jay-Z or Birdman? That's the title.
Who had the better roster?
Who had the better like um lineage that they created?
Birdman,
For
Hmm.
sure.
I'm
For
saying
sure.
easily,
and
hands
Jay-Z.
down.
You guys are acting like Rihanna, J. Cole aren't a part of what Jay-Z created, and that's not even
Birdman.
Yeah,
none of
it's
them.
it's
What
not it's not that simple. Kanye,
Okay. Okay.
Big Sean
Okay.
is
No, we're not gonna
Birdman.
link.
is
We're not gonna
there.
link Big Sean and Jay.
Birdman.
Okay,
We're
but
not gonna even
you
when
say
you
okay. You
throw
say
Big
lineage.
Sean in there,
You
It's,
talking about
it's
lineage?
literally
Okay.
Yeah,
it's
he
literally
is in
like
Big
lineage,
Wayne.
right?
Sean,
Lineage. Okay. Yeah. He's in a
It's
lineage. I
like
get it.
Wayne signing Drake.
Kanye found Big Sean.
You know what I'm
That is
saying?
in lineage. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Travis Scott.
Birdman.
Travis Scott.
Birdman.
I don't know. I'm actually might lean back. I actually might lean toward Jay-Z as
Drake
far as lineage.
Drake is a huge scorer. I get you. And
I
Wayne
would
too.
not. Let me say this: Birdman's
If
lineage
you're going lineage, if you're going lineage,
has bigger artists overall,
if, if you're
but
going,
Jay-Z
hold on,
has more. It's just like think about this. I'll be playing like NCAA all the damn time. You got
Kendrick.
recruiting score.
Kendrick goes to Birdman. If you're gonna put lineage wise, if you're gonna
Hell
put
no. Hell
Travis
no.
Scott
But what you
under
said was hell no.
Jay Z
No.
and them, Kendrick is under Wayne. That's
Kendrick is under
Birdman.
Dr.
Stop
Dre.
playing.
Kendrick is not that. He
Kendrick is
introduced.
under
What?
Dre.
He's under a different. You know what I'm saying?
Kendrick is
Not
under
Drake.
Dre. That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Put Dre
And
in there.
so
Put Dre in there too, though.
Dre might have him because might
Dre
have
might have everybody else.
Jay-Z because
Yeah.
he had Public Enemy and then Death Row and
Eminem.
then Eminem. Lewis
50
ain't on the
Cent.
chat.
That's
He
like
would be
saying you
going
got
crazy right
Drake.
now. If Lewis, let me be Lewis real quick. Yo, it's Dr. Dre, like you said,
yeah.
Chris, because Eminem killed everybody. And then 50 Cent, it's not even close. It's not even close. That's what Lewis would say.
Hey,
No,
Yeah,
Drake might
well,
have everybody beat for real, for real.
with
For
that
real.
you add
math,
50 Cent into it, and then you add Kendrick, yeah, it might have to be like,
You ain't talk about Snoop. You ain't talk about Tupac. You ain't talk about none of this shit.
are
Yeah,
we
Dre might
counting
have
Yeah,
everybody
Tupac?
else.
I just said Death Row like lost
I'm not
over.
counting
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Y'all counting Tupac?
That's part of
He
Dre
signed to
lineage.
Death Row. They got hits together. They got that album together. That's Pac. That's Pac's label.
Okay.
That's a good ass question. Who has the better lineage? I mean, I guess Jay-Z will go back to Biggie's lineage. I guess you want to go back that far.
I will
And that can go back to Russell Simmons. So you can really have a
Mm.
conversation. You can have a
I mean,
conversation.
no, I don't.
like that they created within their their reach. So like I wouldn't
Right.
remove
Direct influence.
direct like from the tree starting from
Like
them.
I signed
Nothing
you, I
after them.
discovered you and defined you, or
Because it
that
started
type.
with Birdman and Jay-Z, but I'm saying like just comparing their lineage, oh, you gotta throw Dr. Dre in there too. So like just what they created under them type shit.
I think that Out the Box got the best lineage as far as artists that were discovered through
Yeah.
that platform, through that media. Just saying. We
Oh
put some
God.
crazy ones. We put some crazy ones on the board already. I'm not gonna name drop nothing, but we already put some crazy ones on the board. It's known fact that we were the ones that discovered these artists first. Not discovered the artists first, because the artists discovered themselves first, obviously. But
That's what I'm
we
saying.
were
Like,
the first.
Gave the
imagine,
platform.
I'm thinking of
Right.
how many artists I come across. Just imagine how many artists Birdman comes across. Imagine how many artists Jay-Z was coming across at that time. It's just like
Right.
you can just pick and choose, you know what I'm saying? Like take risks, like take an Iggy
It
Azalea type risk. If like T.I. taking an Iggy Azalea type risk, you should it's like
That was high
they be
risk, high reward.
they be sleeping on a lot too. Like you
B.O.B.
think
was
about
such a chess move.
you said B.O.B. was what?
Like a chess move. He was exactly what was
gotta
needed
pop
for
POB.
that time period, that year, like where conscious rap was slick, so strong. He kind of like didn't dumb it down, but just like had a swagger to the conscious rap that
He was
just
pop. He went pop.
Yeah.
After airplanes, he went
that's
pop.
fair.
After airplanes, he
Airplane,
went
yeah,
pop.
that was pop. That was going pop. But he was one of the first ones to actually fully take like real rap pop. I feel like to take authentic rap
Hmm.
pop, like to take without making it pop rap, without making it a pop rap song. He was still rapping, but he went pop with like the beats and stuff. Slick leading the drill rap, like the Airplanes song itself is really reminiscent to me of just like or drill rap is reminiscent to that. Like I'm a rap about whatever the fuck I want. Although that wasn't a drill song, it was about the girl or whatever. But I'm gonna rap about whatever I want, and then I'm gonna have this sample where it's like, you see what I mean, singing and da 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 whatever. It's like two completely different songs going on at the same time. And I think that kind of he led to that. He was definitely a stepping stone. I don't acknowledge him as enough as far as like influence in the game. He like was just a puzzle piece that was needed at that time. He was what was needed to get
He's
to the
cool.
next level.
I gotta look it up. I don't know if Lupe was. This is just random. I don't know if Lupe
He
was
did what
signed to
Lupe
Jay-Z.
couldn't
Was
do,
he
is
signed
what
to?
I'm saying.
He signed to Jay-Z? And I'm pretty sure maybe Rick Ross was, but I don't know.
Speaking of Jay Z, I don't know how I came in. Like, have y'all talked about that nigga? The allegations?
Yeah,
I forget what.
we went
Yeah, they
right.
did in the beginning.
That's what I figured.
We went right into
Yeah, I don't
How you
think
feel about it? I couldn't say much. How you feel about it, Tori?
I'm gonna say this real quick. I don't really change the subject, but I told y'all this nigga. I told y'all this shit, bro. Check the archives. Check the
we
archives.
did. Tory's been
Check
saying
the
Jay Z's
archive. That's all I gotta say. Check the archive.
Tory's been
That's all I gotta
saying
say.
Jay Z's name. Jay Z's
like the
name.
archives.
And
That's it.
regardless,
Just check the archives.
the
Yeah,
sad part about it is, the saddest part about it is that it's like I feel like it very well could be true or it could not be. You know what I'm saying? It's literally 50-50. And either way, they dead wrong for bringing it up in 2024 on a public
Yeah, you can't do it in 2024. You can't. I
Well,
mean, of course it'd be like, hey, when the nigga birthday like a couple of days ago?
come on, it's all like so I'm gonna ruin you shit. Like even if even even if it's true,
Nigga birthday with three. What's today? The 8th. 4 days ago. Nigga birthday was 4 days
waiting
ago.
until 2024 for
But
something from the year 2000.
here's the thing, though. Everybody gets that nigga wake up call. He even said it in the story of OJ. Everybody gets that nigga wake up call, regardless. Not say if he did it or not. I'm not saying alleged if he did it or not. I'm just saying some shit that's gonna happen to him next. And bam, here we go. So it doesn't even fucking matter if
it just seems crazy about the timing, man.
the
Timing.
timing is wild. The timing is crazy.
It seems like we had a conspiracy, and I said something crazy, but I was just like overreacting on first sight. But it's like, what if Drake has something to do with this?
But Drake's name's already smutted too. It's like it's a lot of niggas' names. Like
How would you not have that Super Bowl happen?
Drake's name is not really smutty. Kendrick said that in a song, and I feel like that's like the best way to clean his name or clear his name is because now it's out there, right? And then unless Kendrick runs off with it, Jay-Z's attached to it. I'm just saying,
that same thing.
If nothing else comes out about Drake, then I wouldn't be surprised. Like if it's just not brought up again about Drake, I wouldn't be surprised.
But it's always been talked about for a while. So it's kind of the same thing with Jay-Z too. Like it's always been like he's been around, you know, R. Kelly and Diddy and this, that, and the third. So it's like, okay, nigga, you know, you got all this money. I've always believed ain't no such thing as an ethical billionaire.
What's the difference in the age between him and Beyonce?
The difference in age, I think it's like at least 10 years.
Like 14 years, something like that. He like 50 something. She's still in her 30s.
Now she maybe in her 40s.
She in her 40s now?
I think she maybe like 42. Let me see. She's like in her early 40s.
You're probably right, but he's like middle 50. So yeah, he was 30. Jay-Z was like 25 in 96. Beyonce was still a teenager.
Yeah, she's 42 years old.
So I've been thinking like, I don't think it's like no way that, I don't know. I just don't think that I'm 29. I don't think that I could take a 19-year-old serious. Like, I don't think that I could.
You got to go lower than that. You 29, she's 16.
You're right.
And you you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you met her, she talented to you in the industry. You like, hell, fuck.
Man, wait. You pre-ordering the girl, bro. You pre-order her ass for a minute.
And then 2000. That's not funny. That's not funny. 2000. That's not funny. 2001 come. And then
somebody born in 2024, bro.
But you gotta think when you're on that level, like, so it's not like when you're on that level, obviously, when you're on any level, you're gonna want your partner to be able to, even if they can't match you, like as far as dollar for dollar, to understand dollar for dollar what level you're on. So, but if he were to get with a woman of the same age that is of the same like useful financial, like in that same area, he wouldn't have nothing to show her or to lead her because she's perfectly fine without his, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I know me personally, I'm a man, so I like to be in a certain kind of like position as far as anything goes. I don't think a billionaire woman or a multi-millionaire woman is going to be seeing a norm, you know what I'm saying? Just another man, like she just don't see him as anybody. A business savvy woman is going to tear another man down. That's why I think they wind up with like some younger women so often is because what is they finna go do? Get a grown poor bitch? if they don't, then they gonna go get somebody that's on their level. And if she's on their level, she's not going for that rapper shit. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
If she's on his level, she is not going for the rapper shit. You're not finna go to that P. Diddy's party, crazy man.
Yeah, man.
I see what they did at P. Diddy's party. You're not going.
I want to briefly talk about this college playoff, this bracket.
How much time we got?
We got 3 minutes and 50. We can
Quick
do
PTI.
Quick PTI. You got a time on your body. 30. You got 30. 30 seconds.
I'm surprised they put SMU, but it's cool that they did. I was upset we lost last night until these rankings came out and we got number 5. The system is still flawed because we got an easier way to the natty than Oregon does. Georgia has the easiest path.
They got the
Then
easiest
probably
path.
then probably Penn State / Notre Dame, then us. And Oregon got a hard path. So won't be surprised if it's Texas versus Georgia for the 3rd time.
I can see it
But
happening.
hopefully not. Hopefully Notre Dame beat their ass so we ain't got to play their ass. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What's crazy is, bro, if I'm a Texas fan, I'm leaving that game still feeling confident, bro, because y'all wrote a textbook of how to lose, in the game. But y'all had,
Let me tell you, man.
man, I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it in like a positive way, like
If you do
I see what you mean.
a skill thing. It seemed like a skill or talent thing of why y'all lost. It just seemed like dumb mistakes, like
Yeah,
missing
both games.
2 field goals. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not.
Dropping passes. The first interception was a tip.
I don't
Um,
going for Georgia, but that's
those
just
long ass play actions, all them fake reverses, fake dive,
that's what
pump fake.
I'm going for Georgia.
Who y'all got? Tennessee in it? Tennessee gonna win? Ohio State. Beat Ohio State.
Tennessee at Ohio State at Tennessee, that can be a
Okay.
toss up. I can see Tennessee possibly winning that and then getting their ass whooped against Oregon. But
I don't know, bro.
I think Ohio State.
I don't know. I don't know.
I take that back. It's gonna be a neutral game. I forgot it's gonna be a neutral game. I take that back.
Where? Oregon game?
Yes, the Oregon game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if Tennessee beat Ohio State, they will have to play Oregon. If they beat Oregon, they have to play the winner of probably y'all.
Yeah. I think Oregon. No, they play Oregon.
They'll have to play
Tennessee.
Oregon if they. That's what I'm saying. If they beat Oregon, they have most likely play y'all.
Oh yeah.
So after
I really
that,
think Tennessee. I think that's what's gonna happen. Honestly, I think Tennessee gonna beat Ohio State. Then they're gonna beat Oregon. We gonna wonder why Oregon lost, and it's gonna be because they ain't played nobody.
Exactly.
It's gonna be 4 SEC. It's gonna be 3 SEC teams in the Final Four, and everybody gonna be like,
right?
"See,
SEC in there.
told y'all."
Oh, shit.
I think they're gonna have to make adjustments, but I can see. I still got Georgia winning. I see Georgia and Texas being in the championship game. That's my
I can
prediction.
definitely see a rematch. Either Georgia and Texas or Indiana and Texas. If Indiana beat Notre Dame, Georgia really ain't about that shit because the defense was looking like some ass the other day, last night.
It's just crazy how everybody.
Indiana can score. They can't do defense with the shit. They can score. They play perfect Big Ten ball. I can see them. I can see some shit.
Click like and subscribe so we can, afford to continue our podcast.